All right, AJT Jungle, let's talk about this morning. Because, we came in to this morning pretty much dead set against buying the bounce, buying the dip, or not the bounce, buying the dip. And the reason that I was kind of against it was because where the stocks were setting up. Here we were selling off, which kind of prompts you to buy the dip. Is what we always think about in the morning, is that we come into the morning after a nice sell-off pre-market, we're going to expect it to bounce. But if you look at this, there was too much resistance above, so I didn't want this to the long side. Now, yeah, you could scalp in between these moving averages, and if you're a good scalper, yeah, this worked for you. But that's not how I trade equities. Now, I trade futures by scalping because that's what the rules give me. But trading equities, I just don't. And so I did not want Meta long, obviously because of all of this. And even if it, we got through and we took out the 200 on the 5 minute, then we've got a decent window up to Friday's close price. But we're going to run into we were going to run into the 200, the 20-day, the 10-day, and the 5-day on the way up there. So it still wasn't a whole lot of... Then we look at NVIDIA. So we only looked at our Fugly 5 watch list. We didn't have anything extra to kind of put on. So looking at NVIDIA, kind of saw the same thing. Okay, we really wanted it short because that's where the money was, but it bounced, it recovered, and they traded it through all of the moving averages. So again, did not want that. It wasn't clean. Same thing with Netflix. Look at Netflix. So my thing was, okay, it's working today, but guess what? 6-7 times out of 10, this doesn't work. And I'm not going to sit here and try to guess the days it works and guess the days it don't. That's not what you do. That's a losing proposition. Same thing with Microsoft. Everything kind of looked the same. It just traded through all this resistance. And if you were a scalper, you were able to scalp these small moves. It's a totally different mindset. It's not one that I have going in with equities. But look, you've got the 200-day moving average here. So if we do get through the 200, we've got the 200-day moving average right around 404, and then Friday's close. Which, if we had a significant bounce in the market, that's probably where we would be going. And I would likely look at trading this and going long if the market had a significant bounce. It just doesn't. The market's just not bouncing. We looked at Meta. Okay, Tesla. Same thing. There was no way I was going to trade inside all of this. No way. But scalping, perfect. Perfect. So if you didn't make money today, or if you forced it and you lost money because you got chopped out, that's when these are the days that you learn and you recognize, or that you should learn. And you should be able to recognize when market conditions are not conducive to your strategy. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, we are able to do that. If you're following my strategies, I'm going to tell you when market conditions are not right. And you're going to see me walk away. Now, if you decide to stay and play, that's on you. But market conditions are just not there. Now, if you guys have been here the last week or so, you see what trying to force things, or how trying to force things would have made my trading even worse. Okay, it would have made it even worse for me. But here's the thing. I was, I had, starting from Friday, not last Friday, not just past Friday, but Friday before last, I had a losing day. I hit max loss because the trades I took, while they started to work, they didn't make it to where I felt comfortable taking profit, and they turned around on me. And that happened like Friday, Monday, Tuesday. I didn't trade Wednesday, Thursday. So I had like 4 losing days in a row. I don't think I traded anything on Friday because the market, I realized and I learned, hey, the market is not conducive. So I need to sit back and wait to see, what it's going to do. Don't jump when it's, being aggressive, trying to jump in on the aggressive trigger, because it's just not working. And I think it would have happened to me today as well. So it's all about, learning. And that's what we did. We learned over the last week. We learned, we recognized what the market is doing. Now, is it going to change? Yeah, the market's going to change again. When, I don't know. But it will change. And we can't have wrecked our strategy and everything just because. We can't do that. We keep our strategy intact. We recognize when the market is not conducive. If we don't have the clean opportunities, we don't take the trade, and we wait. So that's where we're at. And these are the lessons that we have learned. But all of the free time I've had, I haven't, it hasn't been done in vain. Several of you have asked about having me doing a full-blown futures class like I've done everything else. And that's what I have been working on. And I wanted to start it this week, on the 1st of this month, but I didn't get everything done in time. So we'll be starting it next week. So I have put that together. And I'm working on I'm working on being able to stream in the evenings, because that's when I do my best work. My best work with, trading futures and stuff, the cleanest work is in the evenings. So we're gonna be doing, that. Let me see. I'm gonna try. Let me see. I can give you an idea, and you could see. With futures, we scalp. Okay, and I'm going to show you, and here's what, just to give you an example. Just to give you an example. Now, I did go to sleep last night, so I didn't, and it's all because I didn't stay awake. All because, okay, here's the scalps. I got in, took profit. 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 Got back in, thinking that it was going to reject here. And it didn't. So I ended up having to cover this. Bought, took profit. Guess what? I made my $1,000 and I quit. I went to bed. Okay, and it's all scalping. Now, obviously, this channel was up here at the time. So this is the channel that I used to trade off of. But here, this is the other thing that happens at 2 o'clock in the morning. Between 1:30 and 2. This happens every day. 4 o'clock. We get more major moves. 6 o'clock. And sometimes I wake back up and I do it at 2 o'clock. I make the most money trading futures overnight. But this is all, what we're going to talk about in the, the program. All right, but the message today basically, if you're going through hard times, if you're going through struggles, take note, because market conditions change. And if you don't identify when the favorable conditions are for your strategy, you're going to have issues. You're going to have problems. And it's going to be a hard time. You're going to have a hard time working through it. So, my morning, I'm going to call it this morning. We don't have any trades. Doesn't look favorable for aftermarket earnings just yet. Okay, it's still too early to tell. Still too early to tell. But Palantir may be a strong option. Unfortunately, I can't trade it. Today, I'll be on the road to Georgia picking up my mother, providing we don't get killed. But that could be an option. So let's take a break and let's come back with a clean heart and mind.